except take abuse.
That's all we can do, man. If we're smart, we just step out of the situation.
If we're able to, if we're
I
allowed.
know. My mom's friends with the one that hates me, so.
Fuck. Anyways, so Shannon Alvarado called me. So we'll call her back. See if she's actually willing to listen. Talk to me like I'm a person.
Hi there. Hello.
Hey Shannon, it's Sean.
Hey, one thing. I'm going to say one thing before I won't talk over you, but I want to say one thing. I am not these accounts that somebody's calling me, like pretending to be me. It's not me. The last account I made was the baby angel, and I've nothing since. Just so you know.
Ma'am, that was the fourth account that you made, though.
What's that?
That baby account was the fourth account that you made. Shannon, you do. Shannon.
Was I not defending you? Was I not defending you in those accounts, Sean?
Shannon, what you're doing is literally the stuff that I was accused of doing. I was accused of making multiple accounts to harass a woman who didn't want to be messed with. And you have been making repeated accounts. All right, I've asked you to leave me alone. I'm giving you the opportunity now. But I have asked you, Shannon, over a dozen times to leave me alone, and you keep on finding ways to harass me.
But I'm defending. If you go back in your
Shannon, you're not defending me in court. And the things that you're typing in those things, all right, let's not focus on that. It's always about what you want to say. Let's make it for once about the abuse that I'm going through. Do you know how many times I've been assaulted in the last month?
No, but I do know your car. I absolutely think that what happened to your car.
Shannon, please.
I'm sorry.
Please don't make it. Please, Shannon, let me speak.
Sure.
The situation with Kara Johnson Miles. You can call the media with me. There's lots of places we can call. We can call the police and turn that stuff in. There's lots of places we can call. But in the last 7 years, you've never focused on helping me to turn it in even once. You've never tried. That's what I needed, Shannon. I wouldn't have had to go to California if you'd have helped me to turn it in immediately. I wouldn't have had to threaten the President of the United States if you'd have helped me to turn it in immediately. It has been a 7-year argument, Shannon. It should have never been an argument. Then with this, oh, well, I turned it in. I showed you that it happened. Yes, you did, exactly. And when I spoke up that you showed it. Did you speak up with me? Did you verify it? Did you post it up for people to see? Did you make the calls with me?
No.
And that's what I've been asking for from the start, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you went to court that day, like, when she was in, her audio, whatever was in the courtroom, that time when you did the outside the courthouse, and you remember that,
Yes, I remember. What's the point, Shannon? Please get to the point. Please stop making it a 20-minute talk about whatever it is that you're getting to.
I'm trying to explain, like, why, well, that was the day that she had her voice out there, right, or whatever. You told me after the fact that, I didn't know him to do that.
Shannon, stop. I told you ahead of time to do that. I told you after the fact. I've been begging you for 7 years to focus on that, Shannon. That's what I have been begging you to do. Help to turn that in. That one situation. Help to turn that one situation in. I wouldn't have had to go through all of that crap in August of 2018 if you'd have helped to turn it in. And no matter how many times I explain it, you want to say, oh, well, I'm going to stop you in the middle of it to give you my excuses. No, Shannon, listen. Please, you say that you'll listen, but you just want to say one thing. You said your one thing. Now, please listen.
Okay.
With that Kara Johnson Miles lady, it is not important to have an argument over whether or not she is friends with one of the stepmothers or not, whether they've been long-term friends or not. What needs to be focused on is the things that they did to me. Not arguing over how much friends they are. When you get stuck on something like that, like you did the last time, you literally said that 11 times in a row. That was not important. What was important is the things that they did to me. The fact that that woman pretended to be an autism advocate. When you expose them, I wasn't trying to be a dick to you. You were being a dick to me because I wouldn't do what you wanted right when you wanted it. You told me to block her. That's what you wanted me to do, and you were angry with me because I didn't block her, because I wanted to check it out first, which is what I asked people to do with me. Instead of passing judgment on me because somebody else said something, I asked them to look at the evidence, Shannon, and that's what I tried to do in that situation, is look at the evidence so that I knew what was going on.
Okay.
And when I reviewed the evidence and I spoke up, I started asking you for help turning it in. And for months and months and months, you said you couldn't because you were in California. Over and over again, you said that. Where does Kara Johnson Miles live? She lives in Texas. If she can turn it in from Texas, you can turn it in from California.
Right, but you said the statute of limitations.
No. There is no excuse, Shannon. You are not going to dig your way out by saying statute of limitations. You are the reason that the statute of limitations is up on that. And by the way, it's not. This is systemic abuse. These people playing mind games and head games with me for 7 years. I am still assaulted. Stop digging for excuses to jump out. If you're going to help me, then fucking help me. Is that stuff with Kara Johnson Miles true, or did you make it up?
I discovered that she was trolling you. Yes, I did.
Thank you.
It's true.
Now, how much effort in between when you exposed her right after Joseph Michael Lopez court date, how much time elapsed between that and when you tried to help turn it in?
Okay, wait. So I didn't turn it. I never turned it in.
And that's the point, Shannon.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to answer it like honestly,
And thank you for that. I am thankful for that.
You're welcome.
The other thing is, a lot of the stuff that happened at your house, I didn't want any of that to go public. I didn't think it was anyone's business, but it was overwhelming for me.
I get it. And like in the last, so can I say something? Because this is all, I've been thinking about things lately, and I think that you were, it's not, I used to think like, oh, what an asshole, to do all these things, but I think it's the autism, honestly, that's like...
No, it's not the autism, it's the abuse. You're blaming it on autism.
No, can I finish saying, I have your back. I'm trying to I've been pissed. I'm like, if you see these accounts that I've had, I'm defending you there.
But you're not defending me, Shannon. You're not helping to turn in the abuse. I've asked you repeatedly, stop fucking arguing with people on Facebook. Stop arguing with people on YouTube. Focus on what I need help with, which is turning in the abuse. Stop arguing with these idiots. If you were actually helping me, I wouldn't still be on YouTube. I wouldn't have to be on YouTube. I would have somebody helping me.
I can help, but I'm not there for the things that have happened to you. I don't know how that can...
Shannon, you're trying to dig for excuses again. Please don't. Expose the situation with Kara Johnson Miles to me.
Yes.
3 months later, I literally had a mental breakdown and had to light a fire because you weren't helping me. Kayla Trujillo wasn't helping me. Mandy Hughes wasn't helping me. None of you were helping me. You were all promising that you were going to help, but none of you ever made a single effort to turn in a single crime committed against me. My predators, if I say one little thing that they can twist out of context, they call it in immediately. Now I want to ask you, and I went through and looked. All right. There are 14 posts about Marnie on my YouTube or on my Facebook. 14 posts about her. How long did it take after you asked about Marnie for me to post something up?
Posted it pretty quickly.
And how long does it take for you to help to turn in Kara Johnson Miles?
Sean, I just don't know where to turn it into. That's the thing. I don't know where the fuck to turn it into.
That doesn't matter. What matters is calling places with me to turn it in, as many places as possible.
Okay, so you just mean like places that like random. I'm not random, but I get it. I get what you're saying. So not just like calling it in like to police, because that's not going to go anywhere.
It would go somewhere. It just has. When I was at your house, I was supposed to be able to go through that stuff. That's the same thing at most of the places that I was at. But the loud noises is
I know.
unnerving and it's overwhelming. And people don't try to understand that when they're screaming at somebody in my environment, all right, I'm in that environment no matter who they're screaming at. Whether they're screaming at me or screaming at someone else, I am scared. And then
It hurts my ears, right? I'm like literally like certain sounds can like
it's
actually
very
hurt.
painful. It also prevents me from being able to think. It prevents
Yeah,
me from being able to concentrate.
of course, yeah.
It also takes me back to flashbacks of being abused as a child and as an adult. Like the
Yeah,
thing with
what's
Kara
happening? Like,
Johnson Miles.
I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off. I'll tell you that. It's disgusting. What like your car? What's happened to your car? It really pisses me the fuck off, to be honest.
Yes, but are you gonna, if I send you the evidence of what's been happening to me and my car, are you gonna help me to turn it in with me?
But I mean, I wasn't there for it though, so that's I don't know.
Shannon, don't make that excuse. Stop making that excuse. Shannon, that's an excuse. All you've been doing in this call is making excuses. You don't have to be there to see it. I have it recorded on fucking video, Shannon. I have it recorded on video. You know how people turned in the shit that I did on video? They called it in.
Do you mean like
People who were not there for it saw the video and called it in. I'm asking you to look at the fucking videos. That's what I'm asking you to do. You've already made the excuse. You've already shown that you're not going to try. You've already made the excuse that you weren't there. Well, guess what? The only people who were there for me in the fucking abuse was Natalie Bollinger. Was me. Natalie was not there for any of the fucking assaults against me. And not one of these people accusing me of being a rapist was ever there with me and Natalie. Alicia Bollinger was there every time that me and Natalie were together in Virginia. Every single time. There was zero opportunity for me to rape anybody.
I know you're not a fucking pedophile, dude. I know you're not. I say that all the time. When people say that, I fucking say no, he's fucking not a pedophile.
But I don't need you arguing with people on Facebook and YouTube, and I don't need you every time that I try to explain something, interrupting me with a cop-out like I live in California. Nobody's going to listen to me. Yeah, those are horrible.
My point is like, would I just be on the phone listening with you? So
No, you wouldn't. You would have to tell them what Kara Johnson Miles did.
Okay, I get that, but I'm saying as far as like the abuse that you've recently, I mean, I don't know what I could do for that because
You're Shannon, you're making it too confusing because you're jumping around all over the place. All right, I'm trying to get you to focus on Kara Johnson Miles instead of saying you don't know who to turn it into. How about you agree to make some calls with me and just try? Maybe we will get absolutely nowhere with the calls, but we've got nowhere with the calls in 7 years because you've never tried. You've never tried. Never tried. Do what?
Okay, we'll do the Kara Johnson Miles thing. I'll agree to doing that.
All right, now the situation at the Longmont Hospital that I called you over.
Yeah.
That needs to be turned in too.
Okay.
That situation is what I had to do when literally not a single one of you, and instead of taking it personal against you, literally none of you helped to turn it in. The other thing is, every time that you bring up Mandy Hughes, you are going out of your way to hurt me because the things that you are typing are untrue and you don't find out if they're true or not. One of the things that you used to try to rub me in the dirt and rub my face in it was when you were trying to say what Mandy Hughes had done about sending me money. Well, guess what? I didn't get to see that money. That's why I couldn't make the calls. And she never tried to help turn that in either. When you say that her daughter sent me money, I know her daughter sent me money. I told you her daughter sent me money. But you were typing that because you were angry at me and you wanted to throw stuff in my face. And that is fucking hurtful. Shannon, I want to commit suicide every time I think about you. Every time that you type at me, every time you make a fake account and start typing on my YouTube instead of listening, every time you make the excuse that you're in California, you can't do nothing, every time you make the excuse that you didn't see it or you weren't there, I'm trying to show you, Shannon.
I get it. I mean, I understand some of it, yeah. I'm not going to say all of it because the Mandy Hughes thing, it's like I wasn't trying to be a jerk or anything. I just merely making...
No, Shannon, what you guys did on that Natalie Bollinger thing that I made, and you were one of the administrators on it, and you wanted to ask me to let Mandy Hughes on there. You didn't realize, apparently, that I was still the administrator of that site. And you and Kayla Trujillo and Mandy, please stop. You and Kayla Trujillo and Mandy all got on there and typed mean shit. Mandy has been typing mean shit in Natalie Bollinger groups, and people have sent me screenshots of it. And you've done the same.
I'm not in, I swear to you on my kids' lives, I'm not in any Natalie Bollinger groups at all, period. I've not been in one for years. I promise you that.
Now, the thing is,
like, yes, I have made accounts, but I have not been in any groups of Natalie Bollinger for years.
yeah, and that sucks too, because I asked you to take screenshots of what was in there, and you wanted to argue, well, I don't think it'll do any good. That's the thing, is it does do good, because it shows the evidence. While these people get to take, please stop, while these people take bits and pieces of conversations I sent to you in their entirety, and pretend that I'm some sort of an evil person, because they took that one little bit and piece out. Did you share that evidence?
It's still in my email. I mean, I have the same email address that I've had this whole time, and I've had that email address from way before the Natalie Bollinger thing. Furthermore, like I even here, so like a person who's such an asshole, right? Would they keep the fucking kitten, whatever thing, like Christine Bouhit's thing? I know you get mad every time I bring it up, but I've still got that in my phone. I still have it.
But you're not helping to turn it in, Shannon. You're not helping to turn it in.
I saved it for you. Like, why would I keep that?
Shannon, please don't get stuck on shit like that. Please focus on what we can do to turn this in. Please stop getting stuck on tangents like that. Please.
You're yelling at me again. Like,
Shannon, I'm trying to get you to listen.
I'm listening, but you're not listening to me.
No, Shannon, you're not listening. Every time I try to bring up what we can do, you make another excuse why you can't. They're excuses, Shannon. If they can do it, you can do it. If Kara Johnson Miles can turn it in from Texas, you can turn her in from California. The fact that they obstructed justice and lied on my court papers is important, Shannon. And to this day, you make zero effort to turn it in. You say, I don't know who to turn it into. Instead of saying that over and over and over again, try telling me, all right, Sean, I will make the calls with you.
All right, Sean, we should make some calls.
Thank you. Will you make them with me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it on my own. I wouldn't even know what to say on my own. Like, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to say the wrong thing or...
What are the two situations that are most important to turn in as far as all of this goes? Yep. And the other one?
Longmont Hospital.
Yep. Those are the two major ones that you were involved in. And don't get me wrong, you were involved in a lot of situations after that need to be brought up. And you were useful in some of those situations the way that I really needed you to be useful beforehand. But the thing is, Shannon, everybody that I talk to makes those same excuses. I can't help, I'm in the wrong state. I can't help because I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Well, I have it filmed. It's on film. People swinging at me and hitting me is on film. It's recorded. While you've been having this argument over stupid shit for 7 years, we didn't need to have an argument. We never had to have an argument. And there was no reason for Dan Faber to go out of his way to treat me completely like shit over a situation he wasn't there for. That situation at your place, it wasn't scary because of your daughter. It wasn't scary because of your son. It was very scary because of you and Rick.
Thanks, Doc. Sorry, Sandy's making a whole lot of noise. That was Sandy moving parts of the stove. Stop, Sandy.
That's right.
Rick and I, yeah, I mean, Rick and I, we were having issues, like relationship issues. Like he wasn't the most honest boyfriend I've ever had. Just
I know
put
he
it
was
that
a
way.
dick. He was just as much of a dick to me.
Thank you for that. No, he was. Thank you for that. Like, no, I mean, and I think he gaslighted me a bunch, and he fucking needed a place to stay, so he, like wanted my ex-boyfriend out of here. It's like we had our own issues, and then it's like 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks prior to you coming here, like Rick had moved in here, so that's why there's a lot of weird shit, with Rick.
Now, you remember when I went there, how I didn't let you know where I was going? I told you that it was a secret.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, you remember you had invited me there more than once? You said if I could get there that you could keep me safe and that you would help me. Well, I had to let you know halfway there that I was on the way.
I get it. I'm just saying, but Rick had literally just moved in here 2 weeks prior, so, and we were already having our great start to a relationship. Not you, I'm saying him, he and I. It's like,
Yes, ma'am. And I'm glad you stated he and I, because it wasn't all Rick and it wasn't all you. It's a relationship. Shit happens.
yeah. So, well, that's done with. So, sorry, Sandy's making a lot of noise. Getting her lemonade right now. So
The thing is, Shannon, you've gotten to see a lot of this bullying on YouTube and on Facebook. You understand that I'm overwhelmed.
Today, Sean, how many people, honestly, I swear on my kid's life, I wasn't there today.
1,400 people watched my last stream.
No, but how many, I saw somebody, is it AB, because I was in there, but I can't.
AB, and then there's another one calling themselves Girly Girl.
No, it was Ab Lion.
Yes, and there was another one calling themselves Girly Girl. There was two of them.
Were they talking about me, per se?
They were playing that they were you. They were playing like they were an altercation. Anyway, Shannon. The point here is that this always becomes an argument of you saying you can't because.
No, I'm just saying, Sean, that wasn't me, so I'm concerned as to who was pretending they're me.
Well, ma'am, that's the thing, ma'am. The concerns that you have are concerns that I've had this entire time. People pretending to be me. People. The thing here, Shannon. I'm doing something that I hate it when people do to me, which is say my name over and over and over again. I don't want to say Shannon 40 times to get your attention.
But you get mad at me because of these people that aren't me. That's my point. You're
Shannon,
mad,
Shannon. I get angry when it is you too. I get angry because people do this all the time. They make fake accounts, pretend to be my friends and family. And I have to try to sort through whether it's them or not. While I'm getting treated by people, while people pretend, if I have to say, hey, I need to find out and verify if you're you or not. And they want to get pissed off because I don't automatically trust them. Most of those people are fake accounts. Marie Long, that's my niece's grandmother. All right? I have had almost 30 Marie Long accounts harass me. I've had multiple accounts of almost every one of my friends sending me friend requests. While you're worried about this stuff happening to you, it is happening to me. Wholesale. You're worried about people getting on there and pretending to be you. I'm still having to deal with people who pretended to be me. I'm still having to deal with the consequences of not having a single friend who made a single effort to turn in a single crime through all of this. Not one of the crimes that I tried to turn in did I have a friend or family member turn in with me. The situation with me being in a hospital for less than 24 hours on a mental health hold for suicide watch when I was trying to turn in those people. The situation with the what's her name? Amanda Jonas. The situation with Mandy Hughes and her daughter and all of their head games. And they were head games. They inferred that they were going to help me, told me they were going to help me, lied to me about helping me, rescheduled about helping me. Mandy got a hold of me, I believe it was still January of 2018. By August of 2018, when I literally had to threaten the president, it wasn't just you. It wasn't just Mandy. It wasn't just Kayla Trujillo. Literally, every single one of you had made the same excuses over and over again. All of you. So it's not just you, Shannon. Kayla Trujillo was aware that I was trying to get help before Natalie was killed. Veronica Seward was aware as well. The problem is that they were too busy getting fucked up on drugs and alcohol. When I went to Brett Roloff's, he's one of the people that I was going to see when I visited Natalie in 2016. He was in jail at the time. After Natalie was killed, he kept on trying to invite me back. The video with him, where he admits that he kept on trying to get me to go back to see him in North Carolina, and I refused because I didn't want to be that close to Natalie and her family.
I remember, and I know that you're not a creeper. I tell every fucking, no matter what name I was in, I always say he's not a fucking, I do defend you. And I didn't know that Roloff was in fucking jail. That's the only first tidbit of information I didn't know. That you just said, because everything else I know, and yeah, confirmed, yeah.
But you can also confirm the bullying online. You can confirm the bullying by the Bollinger family. I sent you evidence after evidence showing that I was trying to get help stopping abuse, that it wasn't stalking.
Let me say this to you. Okay, so I do remember you and I. Okay, so there's like two different occasions I can like just say like so. It's not you saying anything. It's just me remembering these instances. One being when Ted Bollinger and Alicia, like it was your grandma's funeral.
Yep.
And I was talking to you, and you're like, like you're really concerned about Alicia Bollinger, like you thought she was in jeopardy or something.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't I be?
No, I'm just saying. I remember, like, because we were talking to that time. You and I.
They tried pretending. They tried pretending like I was stalking him over that call too. By the way, that recording, it's with Jordan Anderson. It's on my channel.
I remember that, and then there's another one. Oh, it's when that girl like stole all your shit. Oh no, there's three.
Desiree.
Okay, yeah, Desiree. There's when she was taking all your shit. You went in there and she was like naked and like in your apartment, like, and then you were like you didn't even want to go inside because, like you didn't want to go in there because she's like.
Yep, and the Sydney police told me that they'd escort her out of there even if she was naked. They didn't care. They said, it's your apartment. You're allowed to stay in there. I said, I'm not going up there while she's like that. I'll sleep in my car.
Yeah, you stay outside. There was one more. No, I've lost.
When I was staying with Amy Witcher and Andrew Witcher, and I was letting you know about the poor sexual boundaries.
No, but you were like, this is like what endearing about you. Like when I was like, oh, this guy is fucking awesome. Like you're babysitting these kids, and you're like, no, don't do that. You're like, sound like a really good babysitter to me. Like you sounded like it was pretty awesome to me. Like I was like, this guy is fucking awesome. I remember that because we were on the phone talking at the time when you're babysitting.
Yep. I remember having to go on the front porch because the boy who was not having appropriate sexual boundaries, he was also wanting to throw tantrums because people touched him. That was one of the people that I was watching. I found out later that Andrew Witcher was molesting at least one of those kids. I found that out from Amy Witcher. That was while I was there. She admitted that they were on cocaine and that Andrew was on meth at the time. And that, they'd really fucked up.
But there's one other instance that I was on the phone, or I know that I can verify what was it, because I lost other instances came up. There was one more though. Shit. When you were in the hospital, when I don't know what hospital or what it was, but like I called and checked on you, and remember? Was it a jail or a hospital?
It was when I was in jail in Rawlins, Wyoming, for trying to turn in Ray and Ingersoll for beating on the kids.
Yeah, then they call me and they're like wanting some weird. I'm like, he's a good person. I'm like, please don't give. I told them do not give him any medication because I don't know. And then you said they did do that, but I told them not to. They called me because I was your emergency contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, but they did exactly what I told them not to.
You remember when I was in Washington State and you were able to get my vehicle back?
Yep. Yep.
Now, all of those things are things that you've actually thrown in my face that I'm grateful for. I'm still grateful to this day for all of those things that you did for me. But none of those things would have been necessary if we'd have turned in Kara Johnson Miles together the first time. It's also very important now to still show that. With the police that I was literally trying to turn in, and with the words of Mandy Hughes and Alyssa Rainwater, that all shows that I was trying and that other people were claiming that they were helping me. Whether or not Mandy Hughes ever actually sent that money, I don't know because I never saw it. But that money was supposed to go to my phones, and it never made it. And because of that, I was railroaded. Because the guards, they say, oh, well, you have access to the phone. It's right there on the wall. But I didn't. I couldn't call any of my public defenders. And I was told, oh, well, there's a public defender number. You can call it for free from there. But I couldn't because the one that I had in Larimer County, it wasn't a public pretender. It was supposed to be a real lawyer who was assigned the case.
I can tell you that Mandy sent me receipts showing that she really actually did do that. This was years ago. Like, I'm still friends
And that's the thing is that none of you tried sending those receipts to me. None of you. Like, this is literally the first time you've ever said anything about it, Shannon, because we're always arguing because you are always making excuses why you couldn't. We don't ever get past that part.
Let's try to move forward.
Sorry, one moment, Shannon. I can't hear you. There's a vehicle driving by.
Stop it, Vinny.
All right, go ahead.
I said, let's not argue about, like, oh, shit, I could have, would have, like, just move forward instead of backward and get me.
Well, let's turn in the stuff that should have been turned in to begin with. That stuff gets used against me in every single court date. That's why I asked you to help turn it in before it was used to harm me repeatedly, before it helped my predators to get away. I can't hear your excuses anymore. I can't hear anyone's excuses. I need actual help, actual dedication to turning in the crimes, not making excuses for 7 years and getting angry. Like, I'm angry because I'm actually being abused.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, like, your car, that really set me wrong.
It's not just my car, Shannon. They've been hitting me.
Sorry, I just have a heart.
People have been assaulting me since before Natalie died, and I've been trying to get someone to turn that in. But you can't say allegedly. You have to tell them outright that these things are happening. See, that's the thing about my predators. They knew what they were saying was a lie, but they said it outright as if it was the truth, and somehow magically that makes it okay. The thing is, these people assaulting me and pretending that I'm a murderer and a rapist, I'm trying to find one piece of evidence at any point, at any time, where any of those people told anybody that I was a rapist or a child molester. The only people that's coming from is people like Tim Beeson, and I got that documented, and a lot of people have done that.
Sean, I would not have let you stay here if I had.
That's not the point, Shannon. It's not about you staying there. It's Shannon. Please don't make it about you. People are harming me because of this. You not thinking that I'm a child molester and saying something that you've literally said a dozen times before. Are you telling anyone else this?
Yes, I tell everyone this, even in the fucking.
The police?
Not the police. I'm not talking to them, but.
Exactly. The one thing I've been asking is people to call the police with me one-on-one. Do what?
I did once. I did once. I called, and it was with Tillamook, I believe. And I'm like, this guy is not a fucking, this is months and months and months ago, because I was like, worried about you or something. And I'm like, the guy's
No. Not that. The important stuff.
Yeah, I said you were.
Kara Johnson Miles. The Longmont Hospital. That's important. That's still important, Shannon.
Okay, but I didn't talk about that because I was worried about you at the moment, and I said this guy's not what. Please check on him. That's what I did. I said, please check on him. He's not.
No!
I'm
That's the
sorry.
problem,
This was
Shannon.
7 months ago.
You keep making decisions for me and conferring with me.
I couldn't confer with you because
Because you were too stuck in your head.
you couldn't have me for anything. Jesus fucking Christ.
You could have conferred with me. See, this whole time, what have I been begging you since 2018? To help turn in Kara Johnson Miles. To help turn in the abuse.
I mean, you say terrible things about me, like you expect me to want to fucking help you. It's like,
Ma'am, I didn't say terrible things about you. I said the things that were scaring me when I was in your environment. The things that scared the hell out of me.
Fucking YouTube, but I'm still here, aren't I?
What shit did I talk, Shannon? Why are we arguing this? What shit did I talk?
Who's the one who's still fucking here out of all your friends and everyone else? That's stupid.
What did I say that was talking shit?
I'm just trying to say to you.
And you're not still here, Shannon. We're still having an argument. It's been 7 years.
We're trying to talk things out. Right? I'm trying to make a point to you. Like, who else would still be like? You know,
Shannon, I've heard this point 1,000 times from you.
Okay, Sean,
You've made the point. Could you please stop getting stuck on that? Please. You've already said it 1,000 times. You have not been a friend in the last 7 years because a friend would help turn it in to the goddamn cops.
You're shitty to me.
No, I'm not shitty. I'm honest.
I said you were. No, I said you were shitty to me.
No, I was honest.
Fucking help you. Who would want to run and help you when you were fucking shitty?
You did not help me. I wasn't shitty to you, and I'm still not. I'm still not shitty, Shannon. I'm still not shitty to you. I'm honest.
So am I.
All right. I'll test that theory.
Okay.
Did alcohol have any?
I'm not gonna. No, we're not gonna go there. Like,
See? Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
We're not gonna. No. You want me to?
So we won't go there. So we won't go there, Shannon. We won't go there.
Yeah.
And since we won't go there, because, no, Shannon, you said we won't go there. So fucking drop it. No, Shannon, I can't hear words you're saying because I'm talking over you.
Yes, I drank, Sean. Yes, I did. Is that good enough for you? Yes, I did drink. Yeah, did I argue with my boyfriend? Absolutely, 100%. Was he doing something? Why argue with him? Yes, he was. So there you go. Is that good enough for you? I admitted to all the things you want me to admit to. Yes, I drank.
Well, there's one more thing I got to ask. Does any of that make you an evil person?
I'm not evil. I'm a fucking really good person.
That doesn't make you an evil person. None of that makes you an evil person. None of that makes you a bad person. The problem is that after all these years, like, I'm still taking the abuse over that one argument. I admitted to the messes that I made. I admitted to the cigarette butts getting dumped over by that dog. And you know what? I miss your dog. It wasn't your dog's fault.
Like, gets cancer. Sadie died of cancer. Like, I know. Sucks. Sadie died.
It does sucks.
It does suck. You know, Violet's got heart failure, but you know what? Like, I've been like, so she's got a cardiologist, she's got prescription meds, and like she gets supplements with rutin and like nattokinase, and the fucking man, they saved, like, this person that goes like 10 lives on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, on Facebook, in a cat group for heart failure kitties. She fucking helped me. I mean, this cat, she probably would be dead by now.
I can't hear you. A car just drove by. A truck, actually. Anyway, Shannon, I need you to call up with me and tell these people that my life is at risk. Tell them
Who
why.
just drove by? You said something. Are you talking to someone else?
Time out.
I thought you were talking
The
to me,
Kara
sorry.
Johnson Miles situation. Probably the first place we should go is to the media. Are you willing to make some calls to the media with me?
Sure. Sure.
All right. Today's President's Day. so it might make it difficult. If I send you evidence of, well, the abuse
We're
that
gonna
I'm
have to look
going
up
through
media.
now, what?
We're gonna have to look up media, like what media you want to go to. You know, like look up
Boulder
media.
Weekly for starters.
Well, I mean, would you say Boulder? What?
The Boulder Weekly and
Okay.
Westward. And also, since I'm in Tillamook, Oregon, we should probably go with the, well, any Oregon newspapers.
So like, write a list down. You know, and like you know
Well,
my email address, right? I mean, you had it from the past. I'll give it to you again.
yeah, I have it. I don't need it again. I've actually posted it up for other people to see. They didn't
God,
message
why?
you
You see, this is the shit that's like, why do you do that?
because I needed to show the truth.
But dude, like exposing people's like shit is like not gonna make somebody want to help you though.
But they weren't helping me. That's the problem. The help that I asked for
So
was help turning in the abuse to the police.
who's the only person who's fucking talking to you still? Me, my stupid ass. You say I'm such an alcoholic, my brain's dead, fried, whatever. It's like who's the one who's talking to you still? Me. I'm not trying to get you know, I don't want my name in lights. I'm just saying to you, Sean, like think about it. I'm the fucking one who's still here for you.
Shannon,
Right?
you're still saying that over and over and over again. I've
That's right.
heard that, but you haven't been here for me because the one thing that I needed help with was turning in the crimes committed against me.
Right. I know. So get your list together, and so we can do this, okay?
Yes, ma'am. What time did you want to start making calls?
Well, we can't do it tonight. I mean,
Well, we could call them up and give them a number to call so that we can
okay. Well,
coordinate.
get your list together, and then call me back when you get your shit. Not your shit together, but your list. You know.
I already sent you a couple of lists. I can send you another one. But
Okay, so you send it to me like email.
if you could write down the stuff with Kara Johnson Miles, I know that I've asked you that 1,000 times and you get sick of hearing it. But if you could write that down,
I don't remember everything, but I remember. I know that I still have emails from you, like from in my email address. I don't delete shit, so it's still. I still have shit I sent you and stuff you sent me.
now there's a lot of stuff that you were involved in, like the situation with my car being towed in Washington State.
Yeah.
That was another situation where I was trying to explain what was going on.
Yeah,
When I left Ron's, Wyoming, I went to your place because you had told me when I left there the first time, you told me that I could come back anytime I wanted. And I said, I don't think Rick will like that. And you said, did you hear that?
What I heard something. I didn't hear what they said though.
They were calling me a homosexual. They just weren't saying it nicely.
Are these like how old are these people?
It's a red pickup truck. Looks like a Chevy, and I don't know how old they were.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Because I have no idea. When you say youngins, who are these youngins? Like, are they teenagers? Or, I mean, are they just like, is it a gang?
Stop. They have an age range. 16,
Okay.
approximately 16 to 30. Youngins, people who are younger than me.
How many people are there? Like, are there like 25, 30, or just
There's
random?
about
Like,
30 of them all together. Two of them include Chris. Stop. I know that you're asking. I'm trying to answer your question. I'm also overwhelmed. All right. You say you understand autism. Do you understand why I'm overwhelmed? There are cars driving by. I am trying real hard not to be frustrated. I am trying real hard to hear you with the cars driving by. I'm not trying to get rough or rough, but every time you do something like that, I have to stop and explain to you again something that is an autistic tenant.
Okay,
this is something that you should know like the back of your hand.
Continue about the people who just drove by you. What did they say to you? I'm writing it down.
They drove by and screamed the F word at me, calling me FAG. You know the word.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm just writing it down. And what kind of car? Chevy? You said white Chevy?
It's a red Chevy pickup truck.
Okay. All right, I'm just writing it down. I was like, I'm doing my best, dude. I'm trying. So do you want to like write this stuff down and like call me back at 6 or something or 6:30?
I can try to type some stuff and send it to you. And We're in the same time zone, so let me
Yeah,
see what time it is. 4:30.
it's
So yeah, that's like 2 hours.
whatever time you want to call it doesn't matter to me. Like I'm here.
Well, I'm not able to write stuff down. I have to try to slow mo it. The thing is, one of the things about going to your house was that I was going to be able to sit down with my computer. A lot of the things that happened at your house that were a pain in the ass for me all came down to Graham never sending the stuff that I gave him the money to send to us. So we had to wait on the paper evidence. But I had the computers there and we could have sat down and worked with those. And I understand that Rick was going to try to watch Zanny while you helped with that, but we never got that far. And I know that Rick was going to help me with the computer stuff, but he never got that far. That's all stuff that when I was going there, that I was going there for specifically that help. And it's harmful to me when people want to tell me, I fed you, I fed you, I fed you, because that's not what I went there for.
I know, but like, I know I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to make you angry. But I mean, it is what it is. The past is the past, and move
You
forward.
understand I'm scared, right? That I'm not doing this stuff because I'm an evil,
I
hateful, mean person.
Sean,
I'm
I would be
scared.
scared if I were you too. Like I would be fucking terrified. Like the way like what they're doing to your shit.
But
I
do
would
you
be
call
scared.
up
I'm
any
not.
of these places and tell them that I'm being harmed, that my life is at risk? You've told
Okay,
me on at
what
least a
makes you?
dozen occasions, but have you told these people?
No, I have not. I mean, I'm saying, but your car, like that's where you. That I mean, like, how do you even say warm
I
anymore?
don't.
Where do you go? Like I heard you say warming center. What is that? I mean, like,
There isn't one. There isn't one.
so you're just sitting in the fucking freezing, like
Yeah.
freezing in your
Yeah.
car. Yeah, what's happening with the car thing? Do you know who's doing that to your car? Like breaking the windows?
No, but it's probably them youngins. The thing is that it's long-term abuse. It doesn't matter if I know who did it or not. The fact that there's so much of it. There are plenty of crimes that I know the people in specific who are doing it, and those are the ones I'm trying to focus on. Chris
Okay, why
Stafford,
is
I know
that?
him in person. He's been abusing me
That's
in
the guy
person.
you were friends with, right?
No, we're not friends.
No, you were in the beginning.
No,
Didn't
we
you have?
weren't. We were never friends, Shannon. I haven't had a
Can I
friend
ask you a
since
question?
Natalie Bollinger.
No, can I ask you a question? The guy, okay, you were in Tillamook. I think it was Tillamook, and there was a guy whose girlfriend was going to commit suicide, and there was a child involved, and you should call 911. Is
Yeah,
that not just
that's
Chris,
Chris.
right?
But no, we weren't friends. We
Okay,
weren't
okay,
friends. I haven't had a friend since Natalie Bollinger.
but no, it's the autism thing. You get what I'm saying?
No, it's
Because
not an autism thing. Stop blaming autism. It's not an autism thing, Shannon.
but
It's
you told
not
me
an
the story,
autism
and you
thing.
tried to
It's a
help me
connection
initially.
issue. It is a respect issue. Do you know why me and Natalie were such good friends? Because she respected me enough to listen, and I respected her enough to listen.
Listen, Sean, you guys got along. Okay, here, let's try to reword this. You and Chris got along initially, and you tried to help him by saying, we should call 911 because your child is in jeopardy because this woman's suicidal.
No, it's because she was talking about taking the kids with her. But yeah, I remember the
That's what I'm saying.
conversation.
I'm
But
trying
the
to
thing is that you're
connect.
getting stuck on the word friends. The last friend I had was
Sean,
Natalie
listen, it's an
Bollinger.
autism thing.
All right, no, stop. Chris
You
did
said
not
that you
care
don't
about.
want to talk
Stop,
about autism.
Shannon, please.
Sean, listen for 1 second. People say you're not autistic, you're schizophrenic. I say he's autistic, he's not schizophrenic. I get the fucking, I know what you're saying to me, Sean. I do. Sorry to use the wrong word, but I want
No,
you
it's
to
not about using the wrong word. Shannon, please let me tell you this. Chris Stafford, all right, the guy that you were saying was friends with me or acquaintances or was being nice to me, he wasn't being nice to me. He was running around telling people he was going to beat my ass over Natalie Bollinger. You know what he's screaming at me now? Them same F words. And he's still screaming about Natalie Bollinger as his excuse to do these things. So you getting stuck and hung up on that and going out of your way to interrupt an important fucking detail is driving me nuts.
I'm trying
You
to connect
said you would
with
listen.
Sean.
Please listen. All right?
I'm trying
One of
to
the.
get
Shannon,
listening.
Shannon, please. Let me tell you the details that you need to know instead of you interrupting with your assumptions. One of the people that he was stalking, her name is Amanda, and she let me know about him doing these things months ago. When he was in the parking lot there, he kept pulling up to me for almost a month and a half after I was done talking to him. Kept pulling up next to me to fucking talk to me. Over and over again, talking nice to me, and then going and talking shit to people like that woman in the red Honda Civic with the word Honda in big white letters across the back. All right? He was talking nice to my face, but people were harming me over him, and they were letting me know it was coming specifically from him.
I just meant when you first got to Tillamook, weren't you guys kind of okay before?
Shannon!
Is that the beginning? No, just tell me. Is that what happened in the beginning? Because
No, Shannon. At the beginning, I was trying to get help.
But what I'm asking is about the suicide, like the mother and the fucking.
Yes, that's the same guy. Yes.
Months ago, though. Like, so that's all.
I know it was months ago. You've said that at least 4 times now. I know.
Why do you get so angry? It's like, calm down.
Because I'm trying to explain stuff, and you keep interrupting me because you have a nugget that you have to spit out.
No,
You remember the first time I yelled at you, Shannon? I was in Chapel, Nebraska. I was talking to you from over by the railroad tracks.
You were in where that place that your friend like robbed you. That's the city, wherever that was. What is her name? The one who's
Shannon, I don't know what the fuck you're going off on. I don't have any idea. Shannon, please stop. I'm yelling because you're not listening. You're going off on tangents that got nothing to do with it.
You're being irrational, but okay.
No, I'm not. You are.
No, I'm not. I'm being actually very calm and collected to you. Am I not?
Saying that you're calm and collected is not the same as being rational. You're talking over everything I say. I don't get to finish anything.
I think that
you think that you're going to blame it on autism again. It's autism. And you're going to keep shoving that in my face like an asshole, Shannon. I have to take a break from you now.
Me too. Okay, we both said